What's happening, everyone? Thanks for tuning in. We got a Verge 2 from AT&T that we are going to do a teardown on today. So one of the newer phones that just recently came out, we'll take it down and show you guys how to do a charging port replacement or a battery replacement / screen replacement, whatever you got going on in this one, or just take it down to the bare bones and you can see how it's done. As a fair warning, when you take apart the phone, you run the risk of damaging it even more or hurting yourself / others around you, so please take appropriate caution, know your skill set. If you are too unsure about it, just obviously leave it to the professional. Otherwise, let's get right into it. First thing we got to do is pop the SIM tray. As always, guys, if you find this helpful, just like, subscribe, share, comment if there's something you guys didn't like about the video. Good or bad comments, I'll take them all. That way I know what I need to adjust. So just let me know. Thanks, guys. Alright, so I got the SIM tray out, and we'll throw on the heat to get the back off. I know it looked like a lot of heat. It really wasn't. This heat gun that I'm using right now isn't the best. It gets the job done, but not as good as the other one you don't normally use when I take stuff apart. So find a spot where you can get your pry tool in and just gently slide out to the bottom. This is plastic, so you really can't hurt it. You can scratch it, but you realistically can't hurt it. So just take your time because you don't want to rip anything in the process, which I've done personally plenty of times. So by rushing something like this, take your time there for a while. You can just use your fingers. There's really no wrong way to do it / right way to do it. Just per feel. It's what you like. I like using, this is one of my favorite tools. You even sharpen the edges of them to make it a little bit easier to get underneath things. Alright, so now that we got the back cover off, we're going to take the screws out. Grab your handy dandy screwdriver. I do apologize, some of the stuff might look a little wonky only because it's a little bit hard to look on the phone with the camera right in front of your face. Just because you can't see the actual phone in front of me sometimes. Alright. Put this down this way so you guys can see a little better. You see a whole bunch of screws I missed on the other side. Let's get those out too. Alright. Oh, this guy wants to be stubborn. It's out. It doesn't want to come all the way out. We can get that afterwards. Those last two don't want to come out. It's alright. When we get the midframe off, we'll take those out and put them in our little holder. So next you want to find a soft spot where you can kind of go in and start prying. Usually the buttons or where the SIM tray is going to be your best bet. You just want to just slide in gently because you don't want to break anything, and then just kind of push up a little bit until you hear it unclick like that. Do that all the way around. After a while, you can just honestly just use your hands. Sometimes it's even easier and faster that way. I'm trying to go just gentle so you guys can see. Anywhere there's an opening, you want to be careful with prying because you can easily break that or crack it. So that's one thing I'd caution you to keep an eye out. All right, so we got this off. You do have your fingerprint reader over here, and that's connected to the flex. So I want to be kind of gentle, not to just like rip it off, because chances are you will rip the you'll rip that flex cable pulling too hard. So as you can see, it's right there, and you can see that cable sticking out right there. So you can either push in through here, or you can move this to the side and then pop that off right at the rip. So I'll pop that off now, and there's your flex cable, fingerprint reader, and your camera lens midframe. It's a nice looking camera lens. So it's in good shape. You can use that. All right, so we'll pop the loudspeaker off first, and then there's usually a screw in here. Sometimes, depending on the model, looks like there's not one in here. Looks like there's two screws, one over here and one over here on the motherboard. So we'll take those out first just so they're out of the way and we don't forget about them later. All right, so that's out. Next, we can start at the bottom and start popping off some of our flexes. We got the ribbon that connects to the charging port, and we have this coax over here. Both of these that connect to the charging port as well. You can pull both of them at the same time. Just make sure the black one goes first because it's laying on top of the white one. You don't want to rip them. So there you go. There's your coax. Again, unplug the battery. Unplug this main ribbon that connects to the main motherboard, or I should say the motherboard, not the main motherboard. There's not two. And then pry this up a little bit, just gently, and this should come right off. Just like that, except don't drop it on the floor like I did. And then I usually take the front camera out. I leave the cameras in, it's easier to take them off after I pull the motherboard. So there's your front camera. Let's get that out of the way. And then we can pop the motherboard just like that, comes right out. And then we have cameras. We'll take the flex out of this one. Unplug it, pull it to the side. Unplug it, pull it to the side, and one more. Plug it, pull it to the side. Boom. And there's your cameras. Motherboard. And that's nothing right here. It's just a piece of heat shield I got going on over there. Get that to the side. We're done with that. So now all we have left is the flex. The power volume flex, the ear speaker, the battery, and the vibration motor. We could pull the vibration motor first because that's going to be probably the easiest one. Just pop it up. And we can just, we got a bunch of dirt on here. I can't even get it, clogging me up. Sorry about that. Wasn't expecting to have that all over there. And then you want to get underneath over here and just pull up a little bit and get that flex out just like that. Push up. And we got that going. You can kind of pull a little bit. I don't recommend pulling too much just because, especially on this portion right here, this is where you will definitely tear it. You just got to be very precise and relatively slow so you don't cut it. There's your power volume flex. Still got a little bit of sticky residue in there. So that's out. So now we have the ear speaker. With the ear speaker, there's usually, they give you a slot. It looks like it's down here on where they want you to pry up from. On it. Am I just seeing that wrong? Oh, it's right here. And you want to go kind of gently because these do tend to break, and for me, The ear speakers are always my Achilles heel for some reason. I don't know why. I think I just try to go too fast on them. But there's your ear speaker. And the last thing we got left is the battery. So it does have these pull tabs, but last one I did on one of these, it didn't want to come out at all. So let's see how this feels. Maybe we'll throw some heat on it. Let's see. All right. Yeah, that one's kind of stuck in there too. So I want to move some of my parts out of the way so that they don't get hot. I'm just going to do real quick, a little bit of heat. Warm it up a little bit. See if that gets it motivated to move a little bit. And I'm just going to use this pry tool. Be very careful when you're doing this. This is where you can catch the whole phone on fire if you puncture the battery. Because lithium ion mixed with steel causes it to catch fire. So if you start seeing smoke, you know you did something wrong. You should probably stop and take the phone outside or throw it in the sink or something. Let's try pulling that on this again. It's going slowly. And the whole point of this paper that they put in is so you don't heat it up and don't have to pry it out like that, so you don't risk catching it on fire. But either they made it too sticky or I'm not doing it right. There's your battery. It's out. It's good. No holes. You also know if you punctured it because it will feel like bubbly, like you could push down on it. It's a bad battery. It's ruined. Just dispose of it safely because you can't. Do not put that back in your phone. So that's how you'll know if you punctured it, if it gets a little bubbly. And I mean, like, this is, you can see this is kind of bent, but it's fine. It's all flat. It's more like when you see these flat bubbles. This one looks good to me. You'll know. I'll try to post a video of one where that's ruined, that you guys can kind of see the difference. All right, so then we got the screen. It's all done. You can either now transfer everything over to the new screen, or if you're just taking a part out, I mean, you're done too. So that's that. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you liked it. You can share, like, subscribe, do what you got to do. I appreciate it. Any tips are obviously will always go a long way. So thanks again. Until next one.